Hey free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So today I'm very excited to showcase something that I think a lot of you guys might be requesting, which is what do you do when you are stuck? Because what you notice is that in this game, right, the way that it's designed is that you're gonna get hit by many different walls. So you can either treat it as a paywall and pay to get past it, or you can do what is needed to be done. Now in this game, you must understand that by doing repeated content, like for example, if you are doing auto repeat on a certain dungeon, for example, that is not going to give you player EXP. And with that, that means that you're not able to push to like troop level 30 or like maybe troop level 50, for example, right? So that might be a problem that a lot of you guys may not know exists in this game. Now the reason why you want to go to troop level 30 and troop level 50 is because that further pushes the maximum level of your team, or rather the maximum level of your individual units. Now the reason why that is so crucial is because in this game, right, especially for this game, levels make a tremendous difference. So like for example, my main lineup has level 30, level 31, 40 and 48, and this could be a problem because those lower level characters, they are going to suffer a little bit in terms of their output. And let me just show you where I am stuck right now before I do something that would then make me not stuck afterwards, right? So help me step bro, let's try to get ourselves unstuck this time. Okay, so the dungeon that I'm currently stuck at, or rather in the story, right? In the story, the place where I'm currently stuck at is this particular boss that just takes forever to kill. There is not enough firepower on my team to be able to take him out. So I'm just going to put up the damage summary on the top right so that you can see what each of my individual units are doing, right? Because I know some of you guys asked me this question, which is, why is it that I have a few SSR characters but I don't use those SSR characters? And the reason for that is in this lineup itself. But of course I'll talk about that in another video, right? Because I do use like some R characters and some SR characters as well. In fact, do I even use any SSR? Okay, yeah, I do use one SSR, but that's about it. In this game, from what it seems like, right, the R, SR and SSR, it's not such a big difference, at least for now. I'm not so sure about the power creep in the future, so I can't say. But as you can see, I'm not able to kill him fast enough, or at least this one boss target, right? As you can see, at the top left, I only have 13 more seconds left, and it is definitely impossible. Like if I just spam all my skills, it is not gonna work at all. Like there is no way at all. Right? Yeah, I'm so far away, dude. Look at that. I'm so far away from killing this guy. 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, so there is still a little bit left, right? So as you can see, there's about maybe 15% more HP that I have yet to be able to clear. So that's gonna be a problem, and that's gonna be where I'm hard stuck at right now. Now, what I want you to understand is that in this game, like I said at the start of the video, right, levels play a massive role. So for example, let's take a look at Claw, who is currently an R character, who is also the highest level character on my team. Let me just upgrade her level by 1 and you can see the difference, right? So if I use this, so 1 level difference from 48 to 49, the difference here is massive. Look at the HP gain. She increased her HP by about 5%. She increased her AP by, I think, slightly less than 5%. And of course, just a little bit of armor, like 1% of armor and just like 1% of magic resist as well. But the thing is, what you notice about her AP and her HP, which are the more important stats, I would think, is that they have significant gains. So about 3% AP gain is a huge change for just 1 level. And you think about it, if you're leveling her up from 49 to 50 onwards, that difference is going to be a little bit more as well. So as you can see here right now, 1 level is going to give me 14 extra AP. But what if I push her to level 50? Okay, for some reason the difference between 49 and 50 is not that much, right? It's really not that much, like 3 extra AP and all that. But okay, so maybe there are some blocks of when leveling up actually changes your stats a little bit more. So like for example, in this case, my AP actually increased by a lot. So I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. And I'm probably not going to push to level 50 just yet. Instead, I want to level up the rest of my character. So if you are hard stuck, the main thing for you to do, the most important thing for you to do is to make sure that your characters are at full level, or like as high of a level as they can. And in fact, what I might recommend to you is to first work on 2 different characters. One is probably going to be a ranged DPS, and second is probably going to be your melee tank. So for example, Basil, I made him level 40 just so that he has a lot more tankiness in his kit, so that he's able to just ensure that my long range mage is able to do whatever that she needs to do, right? But I think right now it's also a good idea to diversify a little bit into Euphoria just to make her a little bit stronger. So let's say if I dump all of these pots onto her, right, what would my stat gain eventually look like? Let's find out. So now as you can see, we went from like level 31, I think, all the way to level 41. That is just 10 levels. And it is only 10 out of 40 levels as well. And you can see the massive spike in her stats. She has almost 3,000, almost 50% more HP. She has 50% more AD, attack damage. And she has a good chunk more armor and more magic resist as well. So levels play a significant role in this game. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this, right? So now she is level 41. Big success as well, oh my god. And now we are level 45. So because of that, we gain a huge chunk of AD, we gain so much more HP as well, so much more armor and all that kind of good stuff. So right now, her effectiveness is going to be crazy. Now let's try out our adventure again, and then I'll give you my final input on, like, let's say you are already at max level and you're still not able to beat the current content, then what can you do? So that can also be addressed as well. But for now, let's take a look at this same dungeon again, and let's see how well we progress this time around. So same thing, we're not going to adjust the formations and all that. Let's see how we perform. So I'm going to show the damage summary as well, so that you guys get a better idea of like how things are right now that I've upgraded Euphoria, right? So that crystal at the back is really quite irritating because it just keeps pushing me backwards, which means that the boss is going to get closer and closer, eventually reaching my ranged units at the back, which kind of sucks. Because when he does AoE attacks, I think he has some AoE attacks, and when he does it, that's going to be a problem. But as you can see, we have dropped him down to 50% HP. And oh my god, look at Euphoria, she's doing so much damage this time around, right? It's insane. It's crazy. So all I'm doing right now is just button mashing, just throwing all our skills. And as you can see, our performance is a lot better than before. So right now we still have about 20 seconds and the boss is almost dead. So you can see the massive difference just because we gained just a few levels. So as compared to other games of the same genre as well, levels make much more of a difference than in this game than in other games. So right now we are not hard stuck, and I believe that going on to the next wave will be no problem whatsoever. So let's try the next wave and see whether are we still hard stuck or not. I feel like we have a lot more room to progress right now. So for example, what is our current power at? I think we're at about maybe like 9k or maybe even 10k. Okay, 9.3k. So we definitely surged a lot in terms of our power. So I think right now this is gonna be a cakewalk, especially since Euphoria is a fire type, right? So she's gonna be good against these guys anyway. So okay, yeah, her damage is like maybe not crazy, right? But that's just because she's not so much of a DPS character than, like, let's say Claw. Look at Claw. Look at Claw, her damage output by just throwing one skill, right? Look at that, it's going up like, oh my goodness, that is so intense, dude. It's so crazy. So one of you guys, right? Actually, I'm not sure whether I mentioned this in a video earlier, but one of you guys brought up a point where I have SSR units, so why am I not using SSR units? Yeah. Take a look at my Claw and this is the answer. Okay, so a lot of you guys might also have this question, which is, I'm currently at max level, right? For example, I mean, this might be your question. I'm currently at max level and I cannot pass a certain content because this was true for me as well. Some of my characters were at level 30, but I was just not able to progress to the next part of the chapter because I couldn't cleanse the certain environment, right? So what you can do, oh my god, I should just press auto while I'm talking. So what I think you can do is to then make full use of your dailies, because your dailies are still going to give you player EXP, right? And oh my god, we just died. So I guess this is going to be a next wall for us. Okay, but the thing is, you cannot gain player EXP by doing repeated content. So it's going to be impossible for you to gain player levels, which therefore unlocks more like level cap, for example. So you need to have troop level 30 in order for the rest of your roster to be level 30 onwards, right? Well, we actually beat this, but I think we got it at like 1 star, right? Yeah, just 1 star here. So then what you can do is, unfortunately, you have to rely on doing your dailies and your weeklies in order to slowly gain player EXP, in order for you to level up and then unlock the next tier of where to progress, or at least how to progress. So meaning to say that if all my characters are level 50 and I am stuck, all that I really can do that really makes the biggest difference for myself is to only rely on these things, right? All these daily quests, like as you can see here, I have 150 player EXP, I have 250 here, I have 250, 350, so on and so forth. So every single day you are gonna gain like at least 1 levels via the daily quest itself. And for the weekly, okay, it doesn't seem like there are any EXP at all, or at least from what I can tell. So okay, I apologize about that. So you're only reliant on your dailies afterwards in order for you to level, but it's super important for you to hit those leveling milestones, right? Level 10, level 30, level 50 onwards. So that's about it for this video. So the way that you can beat all these walls is to just simply level up your character. So if you are running out of EXP, right, you can then go to the Arc task and just spend all your auto refills over here, because I feel like this gives you the biggest bang for buck, or at least in terms of progression, right? So I think in terms of like leveling up your skills, that's not going to matter that much, because the gains in your stats is really not worth the stamina cost, in my opinion, right? So like for example, if you go and take a look at your skills, you can upgrade it, but it's only going to increase, you know, your total damage by like just a very small marginal amount. So anyway, that's it for this video. So just level up your characters and that's about it. That's generally the rule of thumb. Let me know if you have any other questions or if something was not clarified properly or you think that there is another way for you to break certain walls. Let me know down in the comment section below. Anyway, I hope this video helped you at all. If it did, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more dislike content. Now with that said, this has been F2P. Wait, did I just say dislike content? For more Higan Eruthyll content. And with that, this has been F2P, and as always, I will see you in the next video.